Try again to imagine a healthy planet. Imagine ecological transportation. Imagine a healthy atmosphere.
I took a bike ride yesterday, saw a funny world at play, saw new bike lanes on a street, saw people and slowed down to greet green boxes next to blue and gray, posters for a car-free day, saw families without a trace of fear and joy in public space. Little power in full sway, I saw things in a different way. Le monde à bicyclette. Le monde à bicyclette. Took a Gomberg, never shied away from what had not been tried, with faithful friends there at his side. Showed us we could turn the tide on Adam's mind, and Kyoto would not go the way of the dodo. Burning passport declarations, buried car commemorations. Robin Hood through town he'd glide, inviting us along to ride. Monde à bicyclette. Le monde à bicyclette. When the king of furniture decreed his actions immature, took aim at his crown and threw the people's gauntlet down, which some folks call buffoonery. How accurate they proved to be, for like the clowns of Yapery, his stock in trade was honesty, sparking fires mirthfully to melt the ice of apathy. Le monde à bicyclette. Le monde à bicyclette. Sometimes statistics only bore.
Getting around by car just doesn't work. Even the president of Volvo, Sweden's largest automaker, recently said that private cars should be banned from big cities to curb air pollution and traffic congestion. Funny thing is, there are alternatives. Trains and buses are much more environment-friendly than cars. They conserve fuel, resources, and space. And then there's the true green machine, the bicycle. If some high-tech lab invented it today, we'd all be impressed. We'd marvel at its efficiency. Bicycles run on food. That's renewable solar energy. A bicycle is 4 times as energy efficient as walking, and the next most efficient traveler is the salmon. Bikes are elegant in their simplicity. Their efficiency translates into noiseless speed and a sense of flying. While you're riding a bicycle, you're not only preserving the environment, you're getting back in touch with it. You can hear birds sing, and you can hear your neighbors chatting. You'll notice the architecture and the gardens. You're in touch with the elements, not trapped behind 2 tons of steel, plastic, and glass. Sadly, the city environment is often dominated by huge expanses of dull gray roads and parking lots. 1/3 of the urban space is ceded to the automobile for roads, parking, gas stations, etc. Shifting some of the trips from cars to bikes would free up huge tracts of land for parks, for gardens, for housing, for play. Since most urban trips are under 5 miles long, the bike is a perfect vehicle to get you there. Sometimes it may be a bit slower, but as Gandhi said, there's more to life than increasing its speed. Bicycling also gets you in touch with yourself, allowing you a bit of exercise in your daily routine. It also helps to relieve stress. We call it cyclotherapy. It's not all roses, to be sure. Finding a safe place to park your bike can be a major headache. Incredibly, cities often have hidden subsidies for car parking and ignore the need for bicycle parking. This can be easily remedied. Some cities have passed bicycle parking bylaws, requiring all buildings to install quality bicycle parking. This strategy saves space too. 18 bikes can be parked in the space of 1 car. There are lots of excuses for not riding a bicycle. Let's examine them. It's dangerous out there. You can wear a helmet. Practice riding on quiet streets, avoid traffic, and contact your local bicycle group for advice. I've had my bicycle stolen. Be sure to get a good U-lock and lock your bicycle to something sturdy in a well-lit area, preferably where there's lots of foot traffic. What about the kids? You can get helmets for the kids and bring them along in a carrier or in a trailer. As they grow up, they'll enjoy riding along all on their own. Wet weather? Just dress for it. Wear a raincoat. Use good lighting equipment so you're visible after dark. For the winter, use a sturdy bicycle, a warm coat, gloves, and maybe even studded tires. Riding a bicycle is a simple yet profound way to take power into your own hands and feet. You can learn to fix your own vehicle. It just takes a few tools and a bit of patience. A flat tire costs pennies to fix. Bike repairs are inexpensive and simple to do. You're no longer responsible for oil drilling in the Beaufort Sea or the Arctic Wildlife Refuge. Not driving means that your hands are cleaner in relationship to world conflicts around oil. You're not burning it. You can thumb your nose at the largest corporations on the planet, the oil and car companies, that is. Now that's radical. The auto giants are lining up to build car plants in Eastern Europe and China. If you think the air is bad now, imagine what it would be like with billions more driving. The Earth could not sustain that scenario. We in the first world have to get smart and lead the way. We have to admit our mistake in wooing the car and show a commitment to public transit, trains, buses, and bikes. And we have a lot to learn from the pedal-powered transportation systems in China and elsewhere in the third world. There are twice as many bicycles in the world as cars, and many of them are used as trucks for hauling goods. Wouldn't it be nice to abandon our cars and ride and walk instead? We could redesign our cities so that people work, live, and socialize in the same neighborhood, thereby avoiding wasteful trips across town. We can start by taming the car by slowing it down and making it unwelcome in our cities, as Bordeaux, France is in the process of doing. Cities used to be car-free. Now, many Italian cities have closed their central areas to all but essential traffic. Milan is providing 1,000 yellow community bicycles like some French towns have done.